Hello, students. I'm Elizabeth Floyd, your instructor for constitutional law. This course is cross-listed as Pols 311 and LEG 311. This is one of my favorite courses to teach because the content, in a way, tells the story of the American people. Each constitutional law case that you read in this class is the story of real people whose lives and choices shaped our country into what it is today. Constitutional law impacts everyone's life in profound ways and is always changing, especially as technology changes. I hope you enjoy learning this material as much as I enjoy teaching it. Um, Let me introduce myself. I'm a member of the Lander faculty in the Department of Government Criminology and Sociology. I'm on campus Monday through Friday because I mostly teach face-to-face classes on campus here. So I have an office, which I'm in right now. So my office is in the Carnell Learning Center. It's room 351. If you live on campus or if you live close to Greenwood or in Greenwood, off campus, whichever, you're welcome to just drop in and see me. Um, I keep dedicated office hours. They're posted on our Blackboard page where I will be in the office during those times. But you can drop in anytime. You don't have to have an appointment. I'm willing to make appointments, obviously, outside of my dedicated office hours. If that's better for your schedule, that's fine with me. And if you're too far away, I'll be happy to schedule virtual meetings with you. And you can always call me. My telephone number is on the Blackboard page as well. And all of this will be in the syllabus as well. Um, a little bit about my background. I was born in a small town in Mississippi. I moved to Birmingham to go to school and spent a good bit of my adult life there in Birmingham. I've lived here in Greenwood for the past 15 years, and I've been working at Lander since 2013. I was a part-time adjunct instructor for several years, but then just last year I joined the full-time faculty here at Lander. So while I lived in Birmingham, I attended Stanford University. I graduated there with a degree. I had a double major in psychology and sociology. Then I worked a few years for a bank. And while I was working there at the bank, I decided I was actually encouraged to go to law school for graduate work. So I went to law school at Cumberland Law there in Birmingham. And then I entered private practice. I worked with a somewhat large, sort of mid-sized, I'd say maybe regional private law firm. I mostly represented financial institutions, banks, because that was sort of my background. But I did a little work for some medical practices and also CSX Railroad, which was pretty cool to represent the railroad there. Um, but then, as you might have guessed, my private practice years ended. It really, in the end, was not making me feel very fulfilled. And so when we moved here to Greenwood, I decided to give that up. I still have my law license, but I just choose not to practice and had started teaching instead. And I really have loved every minute of it. So here to stay. Um, I live with my husband, Ryan, here in Greenwood. We have three children. They are all teenagers, all in high school. We have a dog, who's rather old but sweet. And just this past summer, we adopted this precious little bitty kitten. He's adorable, Montgomery. And so we're just enjoying having him around. Um, what else to tell you? I work here at Lander most weekdays, early mornings. I'm usually in the gym. And then in the evenings, I'm home with my family. On the weekends, though, we do like to get out and we do a lot of camping and hiking in the Western North Carolina mountains. So you may see, notes from me about, hey, I'll be camping, no access to internet for a day or so. But other times I'll be in town. I don't travel all that much. So I enjoy outdoor activities like hiking and kayaking and enjoy working out at the gym. I love to read. I love British TV drama. And this makes me sound a bit like a little old lady, but I really do enjoy crocheting. And I do that when I have time. It's very calming, kind of stress reliever. Anyway, so now it's your turn. after you watch this video, I want you to go do what I did and make your own introduction to me and also to your class. You don't have to do a video like I have, but it would be nice if you are not too shy. If you are shy, that's cool, no big deal. You can just write out an introduction. I have posted a discussion forum that I'll show you in just a minute on our course Blackboard page, where you can upload your own introduction. I've included a list of things that I really do need you to tell me, because it will affect kind of how I handle the class and how I teach you. So please be sure to do that as soon as you turn this video off here. Okay. Um, all right. So let's now continue with this theme of introductions, and let me introduce you to the course through the Blackboard page. So I'm going to share my screen, if you'll bear with me for just a second. Okay, I hope that you are seeing this screen. Let me make sure just a second. Okay, I'm going to trust that you are seeing the screen now. Um, you might see my head's going to turn because unfortunately it moved over here. So bear with me. I'm going to have to turn my head and not look directly at the screen anymore. Okay, this should be exactly what you see on our course Blackboard page. I am in Student View. And there's an obvious starting point. Start here. So we will start there. Okay. There's several items in the Start Here folder. I won't open that one, Meet Your Instructor, because you're meeting me now. What we'll do first is go through the course syllabus. So I've just opened that, clicked on it, and now I'm going to view the course syllabus. I'm not going to read it to you. You can go back and do that on your own. I'm just going to highlight a few parts of it for you. So let me just scroll down here where it says, what book and other materials do you need? First thing is textbook, required textbook. You do need to purchase this textbook in electronic copy, in electronic format or hard copy format right away. You will need it for every learning module, including the very first one. Although there are other resources that we're going to use in this course, the textbook is the only one you actually have to purchase. I'll provide everything else. Technology is another thing you will need. Let me scroll. Yeah, there you go. You need a good, reliable computer with high-speed internet access. I know several students like to use their cell phones to do a lot of their work, but I encourage you not to do that and instead to use an actual computer, laptop computer. You got to have high-speed internet access that is reliable. And then there's also an app that you will need to download onto your computer. It's called Respondus, and I'll talk more about that in just a minute. What you can expect to happen in this course, that's next here. I'm just highlighting some things. This course will require you to work through 14 learning modules, 2 exams, a midterm and a final, and then 1 writing assignment, a legal memorandum. The important dates and deadlines for all of those assignments are in the course schedule at the end of the syllabus, and I'll show you in just a second. Beginning today and then proceeding on a weekly basis, a learning module will be open for you to work through. You will not be able to work very far ahead. I encourage you to just keep pace with the weekly module currently open. Most modules will require about 6 to 8 hours of work. So that is what you'll need to set aside each week for this course is 6 to 8 hours, just depending on how fast you work, how fast you read. There will be a reading assignment in each module, and sometimes they're quite long. So make sure you prepare, set aside a good bit of time to do some reading without introductions. Then each module is going to have a quiz on the reading. So that's going to be a big part of this course is reading and really studying the material. There'll also be a small assignment where you're asked to either reflect or apply what you've read about. Many, but not all of the modules will contain a video lecture by me. Not all of them. Some of them are so straightforward. It would be a waste of your time to listen to a lecture, but most of the time I'll provide at least a topical lecture. But most of your reading will come from the excuse me, most of your learning, most of the content is going to come from reading assignments that I provide. So to succeed in this course, you really need to have good reading comprehension skills. Study that textbook. Don't just skim it. Outline what you're reading, take good notes, review them. That's really important for the class. Okay, let's skip next down to online no, I don't think I need. You guys know how to behave yourselves online and you can read that later. Let's scroll down a little further. Yeah, late work here. I think I'm gonna enlarge that. Oh, that wasn't very helpful. Didn't get very big. Hopefully you'll be able to see this better than I can see it on my screen. Um, Late work missed exam. That's the section of the syllabus that I'm on. This also connects to technology. As mentioned earlier, for this course, you will need a reliable working laptop computer, reliable access to the internet, Microsoft Word applications, the textbook, the app for Respondus. Those things are absolutely required for the successful completion of the course. It is an online course, so obviously you'll require a good computer with access to the internet. And if you have problems with your computer, keep in mind that you can still complete your assignments. A lot of public libraries offer access to computers, free access to computers. You can come to campus, the Landers IT department, the media center. It's located on the first floor of the media center. They have computers there with all the apps you need. So even if you have problems with your computer, there are other options that you have available, or most of you should have available for continuing to get your assignments done. But only if neither of those options are available to you. That is, you live a good distance away from Lander, you're not in Greenwood, and there's no library in your community that has these computers available for the public. Only then will a broken computer or loss of internet become a potential excuse for not turning assignments in. I am very strict about deadlines in this course. You should know that going in. Deadlines are a part of life. Missing the deadline has consequences. Even when you miss a deadline through no fault of your own, there are still consequences. Because you have a full week in which to complete assignments, I'm not going to accept late submissions except in very rare circumstances. When something unforeseeable happens that actually prevents you from completing assignments for the entire week, not just for a day or so, but for the entire week that the module is open. Please know that going into the course, make arrangements in your personal life to accommodate the deadlines and the pace of the course. Now, that said, I will give one free pass for a late submission of a module assignments. Just one though, no questions asked. You'll just get a 1 week extension. Just let me know you need it. You still have to turn everything in, but you'll get one extra week in order to do it. But otherwise, you need to make arrangements now to accommodate the pace of this course, having 68 hours to spend working on it. Look at the course schedule, get those deadlines in your calendar, and be prepared to get everything in on time. Plan accordingly, okay? Uh, there's a little further down here. This is the artificial intelligence statement here that I'm at. If you're able to see and follow along. Although artificial intelligence may have a place in our society, it has no place in this course whatsoever. None whatsoever. In order to learn constitutional law, you have to read constitutional law on your own. Do not ask AI to summarize the reading for you. Do not ask AI to answer questions on the assignments. Do not ask AI to write your paper or even to proofread it for you. Do your own proofreading. I use AI detection software. I realize there are some limitations in the reliability of AI detection, but I've been doing this a while and I found a way to make it reliable. I have a way of doing it. So that means that the burden is on you to prove you did not use AI in your, particularly in your writing assignment, but really in any assignment in this course. The burden's on you. So hopefully you won't ever be in a position where I'll even say anything about it. But I want you to know going the course that I take that very seriously. Okay, the next two questions are about how you show your learning, how your grade is determined. I've mentioned the learning modules already, that there will be several assignments in each one. The assignments that are graded will be assigned a number for ease of reference in the gradebook, and the graded assignments will have a point value. I will post the points you earn for each assignment in the gradebook. The total points you earn for the graded assignments will be the basis for a module score. So I will divide the points you earned by the points available and convert that quotient to a percentage, which can then be viewed in the Blackboard gradebook as a module score. So you'll have a module score for each of the learning modules that you complete. At the end of the semester, then I will determine the average of all your module scores, and that module score average will be worth 35% of your grade there. So that's a big chunk of your grade comes from completing those modules. And I'm looking for, the accuracy of your answers, the timeliness of your submission, and also the effort that I see going into your work. If you just blow my mind and really exceed my expectations, you'll get additional points, more than what is allocated to that assignment. So it'd be like earning extra credit for just kind of going above and beyond. I do look for that. And then I look for sloppy work done last minute without a lot of effort. You'll lose points for that. So it's that effort is taken into consideration along with the accuracy of your answers. But those points earned then will go into the module score, which is a big part of your grade. Next is the writing assignment, which is a legal memo. I'm going to provide the topic and detailed instructions in early October. You're expected to submit a rough draft towards the end of October. I'll review that rough draft, offer some feedback, get it back to you. And then you're expected to submit a final memo just before Thanksgiving. So I don't want y'all working over the holidays, at least not for my course. So you have that break, and I'll grade your legal memos over that holiday. Hopefully, get them posted in Gradebook pretty soon. I'll use that time to try to get all caught up on grading. Your score on the legal memo, those you see next, is 15% of your grade. Finally, there are two exams, a midterm and a final. Both are worth 25% of your final grade. Both are comprehensive. Both will be administered through the Respondus Lockdown browser and webcam monitor. You can learn about, I'll show you where in a minute you can learn how to download and use that app. I'll show you in a minute. The exams will consist of questions in a variety of modalities, multiple choice, true, false, short answer, that sort of thing. And you'll have a full week with no other assignments but the exam, a full week to prepare for and complete them both. They will be timed. Keep that in mind, but it'll be plenty of time. If you've studied, you won't have any trouble with the time. So that all adds up to 100%, which would be your grade in the course. And last, I'm going to show you the course schedule. This is also this schedule is also posted elsewhere on Blackboard, but it's here at the end of your syllabus. You'll see it shows the pacing of the course and its deadlines. It's as detailed as I could get it. I have taught this course several times. I know most of my plans, but the particular assignments that I'm going to administer, how I administer them are going to be affected by just how the class goes. So I don't have things locked in advance. I have my plans, but they may be tweaked. So that's why I don't have modules open early, for working ahead. So you can go ahead though and write these dates down in your calendar. They're not likely to change. If I do see that I've really got to make some adjustments on the deadlines, I will let you know in plenty advance time. Okay, that's enough of the syllabus there. I'm going to try and close that out there. Okay, and leaving the course syllabus, now I'm going to move. All right, here is CourseMate Introductions. This is a discussion forum that I told you about where you will get to introduce yourself to me. Here are the instructions on how to do it, and you type here to post your reply. You should be able to, yes, you are, to upload a video from YouTube if you would like to do a video of your introduction, which would be awesome, but you don't have to. Okay, so that is what I would like you to do right after watching this video there. Okay, I told you about downloading and using Respondus. This is a document that tells you exactly what to do. This is a link to kind of give you an overview of what the app is, what it does. This is how you use this link here in particular, this link to download it onto your device. Once installed and you're ready to take your exam, these are the things that you do. You follow the guidelines here about getting your workspace set up. Then turn on your computer. Make sure all apps are closed. The only thing you should have open and running on your computer would be Respondus, so shut down everything else. Then open the Respondus app. It's a web browser, so once you open it, you'll be able to go to MyLander. In fact, I think it opens automatically into MyLander. So you just navigate into our course on Blackboard and begin the exam. It's fairly simple once you get it downloaded properly, but you're gonna need to test this. So download it and make sure that it looks like it's running accurately, and send me a little email saying, hey, I've got it downloaded. Looks like it's gonna work fine. And then the week of the midterm exam and then the week of the final exam, I'm always going to have a little quick one question practice test so you can just verify that Blackboard's running that particular week, that you're not having any technical problems. You don't want to wait to the last minute to get this worked out, because you'll need Landers IT, and those guys are great, guys and gals. They're awesome, great at their job, but they are busy. And so you'll have to allow some time for them to get back to you, for you to get your computer to them and get everything worked out. So that's why it is essential for you not to procrastinate. Download this app, check to see that it's working. When it comes time for the exam, do that little practice test, verify that it's operating, and then you'll be all set for the exam. Okay, closing out that. I've gone through most of the rest of this, so I'm not gonna rehash it. A lot of this is in your syllabus as well, and it's just reprinted here for ease of access. Okay, let me look through here. Go back and look through this. Just make sure I've covered everything later on. Just kind of go back and glance through it. All of it should be in your syllabus, which I've asked you to read, so you should have it covered. But now I want to walk you through the first learning module just so you get a feel for how it works. Okay, so module 1 is an introduction to constitutional law, and it's pretty representative of how the modules will work. You'll see a little description of the module, usually a little picture, kind of gives you an idea of what the module is going to be about. Um, Pretty much every module, with the exception of the last two, are going to open on a Thursday and close on a Friday. So you have a full week. This one is actually open now. You could go in and get started, but you have until Thursday, August 28th to complete it. So every module is going to give you a week to complete, with a couple of exceptions right at the end of the semester where things have to kind of get changed up because of the holiday. I'll give you an estimate of about 6 hours to complete this stuff. All right, the instructions will always be listed first. You'll have to open them in order to proceed through the rest of the module. So you have to look at the instructions before you can do anything else. It's set up that way. Each instruction page is going to give you an overview, the objectives for the module, and then a list of the assignments, and last, your deadlines. So you'll read through that. Next, then, so your first assignment is, you'll see in the list, first assignment is to study chapter 1 of the course textbook. Okay. I'm not sure. Go ahead and go to the library, excuse me, Bearcat Shop if you want to purchase your book there, or you can go online and purchase it. You may not get it in time if you're getting a hard copy. So that's why I have attached a photocopy of the chapter you'll need for this first module. I can't do that for every chapter of the textbook. So you need to go in and get it. But if you can't get it in time for this first module, know that you can still read the textbook. You can print it off here and read it. The the textbook comes in electronic format, and that's less expensive and quicker to get. So you may want to just get the e-textbook instead of ordering a print copy, but I'll leave that up to you. Okay, so after you read, then there is a short lecture. It's about 15 minutes long, topical. So you'll watch that. Then once you're done watching that, it's about 15 minutes, I think. Then you can get started on the graded assignments. The first one is a quiz. Like I said, each of the modules are gonna have a deep reading quiz. So you will start your attempt. It's timed. Um, you move through it. Um, I'm just gonna do one submit so we can move through it. There you go. So take that quiz. You do have 2 attempts. If you can see, when I do these quizzes, you get 2 attempts to get a perfect score. Once you're done with that, your application assignment is here. And the instructions are provided. This is sort of a worksheet assignment, so you will open that up. And you should be able to download that worksheet and open it as a Word document on your computer, type your answers in, or if it suits you better to print it out, handwrite it, and then scan it and upload it. Either way is fine with me. And then when you are done, you will put your submission in here. If you're attaching it, you click that paper clip, you find the document, and hit submit, and then you'll be done. That's all there is in that first module. So once you do that worksheet, it's an assignment to use Westlaw, which is a legal database that Lander provides for free for students. So it's something that I think you'll find really helpful, especially those of you who are going into a legal career. Anyway, that's the last of the assignments for this module. And that's how most of the modules will be like that. I'm going to stop sharing my screen, so I'll be back here now. So that's how most of the learning assignments or the learning modules will be, about like that. And then the deadlines are always going to be provided in the module as well as in the course schedule. And if you have any trouble at all, please email me, call me, drop by, whatever suits you. I'm always here. I want to be a resource for you. I give a lot of feedback as much as I have time for. So you look for that feedback when you get your assignments graded, and I'll be posting module feedback in Blackboard as an announcement in Blackboard. So you'll see sort of a group collective thoughts on how you all handled the assignments. So hopefully you'll get plenty of feedback and you'll learn a lot in this class. And hope to meet you in person. If I can't, that's okay. I'm here to help you any way I can. Okay. So that's it, and good luck, and hope you have a great semester.